everyone, it's Patricia here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beeswax wrap at home with simple ingredients. Beeswax wraps are eco-friendly alternative to plastic wraps and plastic bags. They are reusable, they're biodegradable, and most importantly, they're plastic free. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to make a 12 by 12 inch beeswax sandwich wrap like this with a very cute button finish. So let's get started. So to make a 12 by 12 inch beeswax sandwich wraps, you will need the following ingredients. So first and most importantly, you will need a 12 by 12 inch fabric. So I've cut this 12 by 12 inch with a pink shear scissors. What's good about it is that when you cut with this kind of scissors, you can see that there is a zigzag edge. So the fabric is not as it doesn't frayed as easily as normal scissors would do, but if you don't have any pink shear scissors, you can use a normal scissors as well. So I've cut it already, and we will need a hamstring. You can use any button that you can find. I just have a very cute and lovely one here that says handmade with love. I have some beeswax beads here. Also, I would need 2 sheets of large baking sheets. So see here, I have 2 sheets here. I would suggest finding a large baking sheets that's definitely a lot larger than what you have here, 12 by 12 inch. So look at mine. I only have my baking sheet almost, as big as my fabric, which is not so good. So I recommend you to find a bigger one, but I'll try to work with it, okay? But if you don't have a bigger sheet, it gets messy very easily and it can get out of control very easily as well. So we're using an ironing method today to melt the beeswax. So I have an iron here that I'm gonna use, and also an ironing board. What you need to do first step is to line a baking sheet underneath the fabric, and then you're gonna put the fabric here. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna gently sprinkle all your beeswax on the fabric. You have to really do this, you have to really spread them evenly. The goal is to get every inch of fabric soaked with beeswax, not too much but also not so little. So if your baking sheets are not as big as your fabric, you can do what I'm doing right now. Just fold the fabric into half and then put the beeswax beads on top, just like how you would with a whole sheet, and then we're going to cover it with a baking sheet. Okay, so now I have my iron plugged in, and it will take no time for it to heat up. And basically what we want to do is just to gently press on the fabric to melt the beeswax, and you can see that, look, it's already melting. So you really don't want it to be too high, so I'm going to put it on a 3. Okay, and then we're just going to spend some time very carefully to melt it completely. So I'll just use the iron to pat on the fabric. Okay, I just want to make sure I get all the edges. And make sure that so when you're almost done, about to lift your cookie sheet, you really have to work quickly here because they set very quickly. Okay, and just watch and not to get burned. Okay, I'm gonna try again to peel this off really quickly and take these out really quickly. Oh, I like that. So I'm just gonna let it dry like this. It turns out so good. Look, they're so even. There's only a little bit of white spot, which I'm good with. This is my DIY. So alright, so let me take away all the iron and we'll be back to put on the button so we can make a sandwich wrap. I am so happy how this turned out. So I think it's very even, and now it's stiff than normal fabric because it's coated with beeswax. So it will be waterproof. You can wash it and reuse it over and over again, given that you use cold water with it. We wanted to attach the button and the string to it so we can make a sandwich wrap. So what I like to do first is that I would put the string like this over like that. Okay, and now I just have to get 2 holes around here, and then we can put it in. Easy thing about how to make a hole in the wrap is that you can do a toothpick if you have a toothpick, or if you have a very thick needle at home, you can use this as well. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you with a toothpick, and this is a 12-inch by 12-inch wrap. Now before I wax this fabric, I put a little white cross here to indicate the location of the button where I want it to be. But what you can do is you can measure it. For a 12 to 12-inch fabric, I think putting 2-inch by 2-inch location, it's a pretty decent size. Puncture this, and you will see it's very easy to puncture with a toothpick. So you want to puncture 1 hole, and you want to puncture the other one just a little bit beside it, not too close, not too far. I would say like 0.5 centimeters in between. What I can do is I can fit the string in it. Just gonna put it on the right one, and look, it's very easily goes in. I just need to cut a little bit free edge off and try. Okay, so after them both poke through, what you're gonna do is gonna just thread through it, and so this side's gonna be like that. Okay, this is the right side with the button. The wrong side, on the other side, you're gonna make 1 short, 1 long, and you're gonna tie just a simple double knot. Okay, so that's 1 knot and another one here. Okay, so I think double knot is pretty good, and then I just cut off the edge, and now you have a very nice sandwich wrap. Even better, I'm gonna show you how I make into my signature shape of a beeswax sandwich wrap. So what you want to do is you want to you actually fold it like an envelope, and then on the other side and on this side, and then you can put it like this, and ta-da, you got a very pretty envelope. And what you want to do is you want to do this. Okay, basically you just tie it together, a little circle, and then another one, and there you go, a very pretty sandwich wrap.